There was a time when forgetting your wallet meant the sale is over. No card, no cash, no transaction. Simple as that. That is not how people pay anymore. Today, your customers walk in with everything they need, either in their pocket or on their wrist. Tap to pay has quietly become the default. Phones, watches, and even key fobs in some cases. The expectation is speed, convenience, and zero friction at checkout. But what happens when payments becomes something that you always wear, is always on, always ready, and requires nothing more than a subtle gesture, and is smaller than even a watch? I'm Shanna with ECS Payments, and I'm here to help business owners like you understand where this technology is headed, because the transition from card to phone was just the first step. Wearables like watches accelerated it. And now with the growing interest of smart rings and the rumored Apple Ring, we're coming to a future where checkout is almost going to be invisible. And the question isn't whether it's coming, it's whether you are prepared for it. We've already come a long way from cards. Tap to pay is now the global standard for modern commerce. Most customers use their phones and watches to pay anyway. The Apple Watch has laid massive groundwork for this behavior. It proves that customers love always-on commerce. Whether they're stopping in at a convenience store for a bottle of water during a run or grabbing a coffee with a toddler on their hip, payment is already on their wrist. This always ready state is where the market is headed. In fact, 3/4 of US consumers prefer tap to pay methods. Contactless makes up 58 to 65% of all in-store digital transactions. The technology keeps getting smaller. We're in an era of ambient payments, and the smart ring market is in high tension. Currently, tech giants like Samsung and Aura are focused on health tracking, but there's a high demand for total payment integration. More than half of Americans have already replaced traditional payment methods with contactless because they're faster and more convenient. Adding a payment chip would be the holy grail to smart ring technology. That would move these devices from a niche fitness tool to a mass market essential that stays on the finger 24/7, except for small timeframes of charging. Rumors and attention have been building around an Apple Ring for years. Apple hasn't technically announced this technology yet, but the groundwork is already there. Apple Pay is already embedded into millions of devices, watches, phones, and even online checkout flows. A ring would extend that system into something that's on a consumer all the time. From a hardware standpoint, projections point toward a minimalist design with materials of titanium or ceramic that are durable and built for continuous wear. Pricing estimates are landing between $250 to $500, which aligns with Apple's positioning for premium accessories. The real shift comes from how users can trigger payments. Apple has filed multiple patents around ring technology, focused on gesture control and biometric authentication. Industry discussions point toward gesture-controlled payments, where a simple tap to the finger and thumb can authorize a transaction through Apple Pay. There's also growing speculation of passive authentication, where the ring verifies the user through skin contact or motion patterns, adding a layer of deeper security without interrupting the payment flow. For your business, this changes what checkout looks like. Payments become almost invisible, a simple hand gesture, and the customer is on their way. And if Apple does launch this technology, the adoption will not be slow. It will build on an existing base of users who already trust Apple and use their products every day. This kind of shift will show up as an expectation at your checkout almost immediately. Apple is not the only player in this space. The foundation is already being built, and multiple players are moving toward the same outcome. Samsung's Galaxy Ring is one of the most aggressive players in the game. It features a titanium build, multi-day battery, and complete integration into the Samsung ecosystem. While it's currently focused on health tracking, the infrastructure for Samsung Pay already exists. Payment functionality is widely expected as the next step, especially as the demand grows for faster, more seamless transactions. Aura is approaching this from a different angle, but the direction is just as telling. The company has focused on health data and long-term engagement, but recent moves point beyond fitness. Aura has invested in digital identity and authentication, positioning the ring as something that can verify who you are without constant interaction. Surprisingly, Aura's CEO has pushed back against the idea of Apple launching a ring. He states that Apple may not see the value in introducing a product as it might undercut from Apple's core products, such as the watch. He also points out that building a device with this form and these factors come with real technical challenges. At the same time, Aura is expanding its own vision. The long-term direction indicates the ring functioning as a key, a credential, and secure authentication. That would naturally extend to payments, even if it's not Aura's immediate focus. Ringcon is another player gaining attention. Their focus is on affordability and battery efficiency. Their approach lowers the barrier for entry, which increases the likelihood of broader adoption across consumers. Across all of these companies, the pattern is consistent. Health and fitness come first, authentication comes next, and payments soon to follow. Global contactless payment volume is expected to surpass $10 trillion in the next few years, which just showcases how eager consumers are for more integrated ways to pay. For business owners, the takeaway is straightforward. Multiple players are building toward the same endpoint: payments that require less effort, less time, and are nearly invisible. What does this mean for you as a business owner? If your checkout is lagging behind current technology, you're already creating friction that consumers can feel. This gap will widen fast, especially as new technology emerges from the market. Customers are not going to slow down for you. They'll move toward businesses that keep up with how they want to pay. This is a sneaky shift. You may not even notice it until you've already lost a significant amount of revenue. At this stage, your priority is staying relevant before your competition pulls ahead. Your advantage will be working with a partner that understands where payment technology is headed and prepares you for it now. ECS Payments delivers a future-ready payment ecosystem that's designed for how consumers pay today and how they're expected to pay in the future. Our NFC-enabled POS systems are intuitive and fully compatible with mobile wallets. This includes the Apple Watch and the specialized rings of tomorrow. We prioritize transparency and reliability, and we want to ensure that your checkout remains a bridge for growth. The evolution of payments is moving toward a faster, more integrated world. Embracing these changes shows your customers you are ready for the future. Reach out to the team at ECS Payments to explore a suite of solutions and discover why so many businesses across the US trust us to power their transactions. If you found this video helpful, like and subscribe for more business insights. Until next time, I'm Shanna with ECS Payments.